Okay, so today's session is also very interesting, which is related to ransomware. Uh, what we do know about ransomware? Do we know anything about it? Anyone? Any guesses? Any wild guesses? Anything like what it is and what it can do? What type of like
It's a
how it,
virus.
it's a virus? Okay, kind of okay. Do you know the difference between virus, Trojan, worms, ransomware?
It is a malware, sir.
It's a malware.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Any other guesses? Anyone? It's open forum. I need a interactive session, so I just need your participation. Whatever you know about it, you can let me know, and definitely I'll uh, explain what it is.
No idea.
Okay, no idea, no problem, no problem. So let me quickly share my screen and then I'll start on this part. Hi, Jignaji. So, see, ransomware, basically what it is and how to stay safe. You might have heard about you know, system are being captured and they have like locked the complete laptops or servers, and there was like pop-up coming onto the screen that sometime back it has happened, maybe like everyone is aware or not, that no, your system is locked, and if you need your data, then pay that much of amount into like Bitcoin or some other cryptocurrency, and then we'll release your data, otherwise you'll not be able to get your data back, right? Mostly it is for companies, but yes, everyone's data is important. It's not like that if I'm an individual or you are individual, your data is not that important. It could be important. It depends that what type of information you have in your system, maybe in your mobile or in your laptop, in your system, and uh, like how do you secure so that it can be like saved from ransomware. So ransomware basically is a malicious software basically, okay, and it encrypts the file, okay. What it does, that it hacks your system, okay, it takes the control of your complete system, it hacks it and encrypt everything, okay. Encrypt in the sense they have some algorithm for making your data itself change to something which you can't read actually, even you can't access, okay. So they target individual business, hospitals, government agencies. There are multiple target things for them. There are two things which they do usually, like they threaten you. If you will not pay, they'll leak your personal information, or they can they'll ask money for releasing your data itself, right? So it is like in 2021 it was more than $20 billion impact which has happened. And let me tell you one thing clearly, that I mean, in the age of this AI and all this revolution which we are going to have, ransomware attacks would be like next common attack, which can happen to anyone, even any individual who is not browsing safe, or uh, doing some activities on internet which is not safe, or don't have their eyes and ears open basically, which I like have already explained in my last sessions, that how to keep eyes and ears open, how to take informed decisions, how to be aware in the cybersecurity world, because we all are like online, we all are using internet, we all are having like smartphones, and we, I mean, should be having that kind of uh, cybersecurity awareness if you're going online, right? So you can take my previous sessions also, you can go through my previous sessions as well, in which I have explained exactly that what all steps which you need to take to prevent yourself, like Wi-Fi security, mobile security, banking security, USB security, and others as well, okay. So ransomware is basically, as I told you, it's malicious software, and it will encrypt your complete information. Now, how it infects? There are multiple ways, okay. So for phishing email, I have already taken a separate session. You can check that, how to check what is the phishing email and how to detect and how to take the preventive actions basically for the phishing email, not to attack on the system. Second one is exploit vulnerabilities. Basically, vulnerabilities are open points through which anyone can come in, like maybe like some ports, or maybe some, like we are installing multiple apps into our system. We are opening multiple websites, we are clicking multiple links, we are scanning QR codes. It can be, I'm not sure, but it can be malicious also, which have some other related information, which is for that person who wants to hack our systems, right? So if we do have any vulnerabilities into our system, into our laptops, into our mobiles, then definitely if someone wants, then they can come through that vulnerability inside our system, and then they can infect. Okay. And then remote desktop protocol compromises, RDP attacks. Basically, RDP is something where someone can take your system into their control remotely, right? So there are some softwares which through which we can we can be compromised remotely, and then they can take our systems into their control. So all these things which I talked about, like phishing, vulnerability exploitation, RDP attacks, and some other attacks as well, I've already covered into my previous sessions. You can go through those sessions and let me know if you have any questions, because I've explained very clearly onto these topics, that how to identify and how to prevent. Type of ransomware. So see, there are different types of ransomware basically. Main, by the name itself, it is something which is asking for ransom, which is asking for money. So this has been designed for uh, exploiting you for getting some values, like dollar values, some money into that prospect. And let me tell you very clearly, there are some countries in which these there are separate cyber hacking teams which are which do they which they continuously work on to ransomware part, designing the ransomware softwares, and continuously attacking to the different servers of you know all over world, and individuals also. If they find that, okay, they will get some worth from there. So they have a proper system inbuilt in that. They are anonymous because you cannot track them. It's they operate onto dark web, and they just operate very by hiding themselves. So type like crypto, locker, and RAS. So there are three types basically. So crypto is like, what it does, it encrypts your file. Encrypts in the sense what I have told you, that it will like make your file in that way that you cannot even read. You cannot even read your Excel file or your videos or your images, all that. It will encrypt it. And once you click on that, you'll get a pop-up on a screen that, okay, this system has been hacked. Now you want to get your control of the system, you need to pay for that. If you are not paying that, then will not release. And then I'm giving you 7 days, something like that. And after that, if you will not pay, we'll release all your personal information to internet, something like that. They also threaten by all these things. There are some examples like WannaCry, you might have heard about. This was a very famous, infamous kind of like crypto attack which has happened into recent past. And RYUK. So these are two examples for that. Locker. Basically, Locker is designed for locking out your account. So you will not be able to even log into your system. Okay. Uh, it is a police theme scams kind of thing, that okay, if your system is locked and you don't have the authority to access your system, please pay some amount or something like that, so that will release something like that. And mostly all these transactions happen into the cryptocurrency itself. uh, Not sure that if you all are aware of the cryptocurrency, but you might have heard definitely about the cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is something which works on encryption, and everyone which is there, working or sending any money or some to somewhere, they all are anonymous. Nobody knows that who is sending. So that is the benefit of having the crypto, and you cannot decode. You can get the chain, but you cannot decode that who is sending money to where. Okay. So that is the benefit of crypto. Until unless you are getting non-crypto amount, like you're converting that cryptocurrency into dollars, or converting that cryptocurrency into some other gift cards or rupees or some other currencies, right? Some other legitimate currencies I'm talking about. So now, uh, I mean, usually they work onto this crypto part only because they know that this is anonymous and it cannot be tracked. RAS, like rental kits, uh, basically, uh, RAS are ransomware software basically. Okay, were designed for hacking a system and then uh, you know asking for the monies. Revil and Darkside are the two examples for that. WannaCry, there are two examples as I have told you. WannaCry and Colonial Pipeline, which has happened recently, maybe like some time back. In 2017 it has happened. WannaCry was very infamous attack which has happened. It has you can see 150 countries were affected. Okay, and day to day, the hackers are also getting evolved, right? So we should be aware. We should be like taking precautions and measure steps to uh, prevent ourselves from getting hacked, right? So, and how ransomware works basically. I mean, there are some levels on which it works, and then uh, you know they ask for the specific value for what they want. Infection via phishing and download exploits, all these things which I have already told you. Encryption that encrypts, locks your data. A strong encryption. They carry a very strong encryption that you cannot even decrypt that. Ransom note, demand for the payment, and then profit, like they ask for the payment. They'll ask you to make the payment through crypto so that would be anonymous. Nobody would be able to track it down. Consequences, yes. Consequences, first consequence definitely is a financial loss because they directly ask for the money. Okay, and there is 1.5 million dollars loss which has happened in 2023 through the ransomware recovery and all these things. And I mean, figures are rising every day. Okay, because these days, let me tell you one thing: offline crimes will get reduced and online crimes will get enhanced. Okay, so because the threat for that particular person is also very much reduced into online crime. If they're doing something which is online, they can, there is no threat to them. What you will do if someone is like calling you from any different geographical location of the world, what maximum you can do? You can, block them, or what I mean, not more than that, right? And if somebody is doing like offline crime, they are putting a gun in front of you, then there might be some risk that you can also defend them, right? Police can come and then they can catch them. There are probabilities of catching them, but online crimes are very, 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 comparatively like easier than this. But yes, they need to be technically sound enough to perform all this type of crime, and that's the reason the education related to this online crime needs to be, I mean, spread out. Needs to spread out to the people, to everyone. It is very, very, very much important for everyone. Okay. Operation downtimes, like they can halt the operations, like hospitals, factories. I mean, any server they can, if they'll hack it, they'll definitely down that server, so that the I mean, anyways, you'll be in hurry to make the payment so that you can make your system up and running. Reputational damage, yes, they can get your personal information so that they can do some your reputation damage, or they can leak your some personal information, company's information, so that your customers or your fellows will could lose trust on you, right? So these are the things through which I mean, these are the consequences basically for the ransomware. Prevention, yes. Now this is the second portion of the ransomware. Any questions still here? Anybody like having any other thought or something which is coming up in the mind which they want to put up?
Another type of crime, what they do is they offer you products on a very reasonable rates or with
There are
good
multiple.
offers.
Yes, Jignaji. Absolutely, you're absolutely right. See, we need to be aware. That's what I told you. We need to keep our
Yeah, yeah.
eyes and ear open always. We should be always aware. We should be always always think something which is like lucrative, which anyone is offering. Anyone is offering. Like these days there are multiple apps I have seen. They are promising that they'll double the amount. Just invest $100, they'll double it within 15 days.
Correct, yeah.
Right? This is very lucrative. Nothing, no platform in the world that can double your amount in 15 days. How they are doing, right? There is definitely a mindset behind that. If you're seeing some gift and all that, they offer. Usually, I mean, I could say I've seen that. There are some apps, they sell very cheaper products, very cheaper, like some 100 rupees, and the products worth of thousands, right? So if something which is coming like that, please be like aware. Please, that is a red signal basically for you. You should,
Correct, correct.
yes, you should be like always aware of, always take the aware decision that no, something which can happen, right? Don't go into that trap. Okay, that's a trap basically. You feel that you are lucky one to get that, but you're not lucky one. You can be the unluckiest because of the trap if you not understand that, right? Any other questions? Anyone having any concerns or questions which I can address, and then I'll proceed further. Okay. So prevention, that is the most important thing. How to prevent from ransomware? Because I have already told you multiple things into my previous sessions related to the prevention from other parts of, like mobile security, how to prevent, online banking security, how to prevent, and then Wi-Fi security, how to prevent, and then some online app security, or how to prevent your data and information. But I'm specifically talking about ransomware prevention. That I mean, it can also come into that prevention as well, but it will be helpful for to like you all to understand how to basically the motive of ransomware is to encrypt your data, right? And if your data is that much important, then definitely you'll be like in a worry to get that data back. So very first thing is make 3 copies. Okay, if you feel that your data is important, okay, if you know that your data is important, whatever your day-to-day activities, or your information is really important for you, then you can take an external drive. Okay, and in that external drive you can copy your data and keep your information intact there, so that if anything goes wrong in future also, and keep the regular backups. Okay, make a schedule, like in 1 month or 15 days you take the backup, and then keep that somewhere else, like physically store it somewhere else. Don't keep using it every time onto the online, whenever you're online, because it can happen that your external drive can also get infected if uh, that any vulnerabilities comes into your system. Okay, so make sure that you keep your system first of all offline, like do not connect to internet, remove internet connection, and then take the backup. Okay, there are 2 formats, basically 2 different storage types in which you can take the backup. Like one could be like in a DVD kind of thing, or one could be in a external drive kind of thing. If you feel like that, you can take that. Okay, all these things majorly done by the institutions or companies, but I mean, I'll recommend at least you take one backup of your data into some external drives, okay, which is not associated to your system. One offsite away from main location. Basically, offsite is like that data shouldn't be available at your location. It should be offsite. So usually company does that. All these things. Test regularly, verify backup integrity and all that. Backup is not infected or something like that. Backup should be intact. Now, prevention tip. There are some prevention tip like patch update. Keep your system always updated so that it closes all the security holes, remove all known exploits, and then enable auto updates, prioritize critical patches, update all the devices. So see, in the previous sessions also I told you that you just need to keep your system updated so that all these things will be handled automatically. If you are using Android, just keep your system latest Android version. If you're using Windows in a laptop, just keep the Windows with the latest version. And if you're using iOS, then keep, anyways you will be like, but yeah, make sure that iOS is running on the latest version for that, because usually companies are taking care for this 90% of the times. They take care for the security part and all that. But if we are lazy enough to update the security patches and all that, yes, will be into the threat. Okay, keep your browser also updated. I'll let you know, because there's multiple vulnerabilities which I talked about, like browser update. We have done the system update, but we have not done the browser update, right? System is updated, but you have not done the browser update. There is a very small thing which I like talked about my last sessions also. I tell you, autofill update, autofill hackings, right? Usually you might be seeing that, okay, you just enter your information, you just enter your, like, my name is Mukesh, then I just write M, then all the complete name will appear in the form if I'm filling any form in online. That information is already saved into the browser. My mobile number, my name, my address, and some other sensitive information also which relates to my personal data, right? Then if someone, if my browser is not updated, let me tell you, and if someone wants to hack that information, they can simply steal that. Okay, because autofill is not even encrypted. Okay, so autofill can be simply hacked, and then they'll get the complete access of your personal data information, which can be used for any other purpose, malicious purpose for you. Prevention, yes, prevention tip third is like training. That is what I'm giving it to you. Training on phishing. Usually it is done by phishing or smishing. Okay. Uh, Phishing is something which comes as like a legitimate kind of uh, mail or website, but it is not that. Okay. I have also told in my last session how to identify the mails or how to identify the websites. You can check in that. Phishing are very common because they are almost similar, because if some mail is which is coming from the banking system, right, you trust it, you know that, okay, this is a legitimate mail, and then I just need to open. If someone is asking for some urgency or something like that, you trust and then you open that. So it should be like you shouldn't be in trap of that. And then uh, I mean, we just need to simulate those phishing attack and all that. And then training, which reduced 50% of phishing attacks. Okay. And I mean, in companies we do have like report phishing and something like that button also available. But yes, if you feel like that's something which is like fishy for you, don't go there. And if you want, you can even check with me also before proceeding. You have my contact details, you can check with me. Then use endpoint protection. Basically, endpoint protection is like antivirus softwares, CrowdStrike and Sentinel and all. Basically, we do have multiple antivirus softwares which is available on internet. You can get a subscribe version for that, so that they can keep on checking for this, malware and all that. So yeah, these are the tips. And then after that, if infected, if you are infected already, then what you need to do? Okay. First of all, isolate that, disconnect that system from the internet or network, because if it is there into your local internet, it can infect other systems also. So first of all, isolate it, then report it. Yes, there are some reports here. It is mentioned FBI, but I'll let you know where to report for Indian, cyber crimes. And then don't pay, because there is no guarantee that your data will be recovered also. Okay, so don't pay, don't get into trap. Okay, and then finally you can restore it from the clean backup which you have. You can clean your system. There's several steps for cleaning a system through which you can clean it, and then it can restore the information which is already taken as a backup in your system. So don't get into trap. So this is all about ransomware, how to prevent, how to take the backups, update, be aware, and take the informed decision about if anything, any ransomware attack comes at your system. So this is all about ransomware systems. Do any questions anyone having? And if you want, I'll you can go through my previous sessions also. One site which I'll let you know. Let me quickly share my screen once again. I'll let you know one site which is important for everyone. Okay. And if you feel that, okay, if Shweta ji, you raised your hand.
Yes, Mukeshji, thank you so much for this session.
No problem.
Actually, I wanted to ask you that auto fill thing na is already on. Like I can also see that sometimes I just write a first letter and the full information gets
Yes, yes.
loaded. So how to disable that?
Don't disable it. I mean, see, let me tell you. I'll not ask you for anything which is like don't go and do that. Okay, take the informed decision. Update your browser. If you're using Chrome, update the latest Chrome version, because Chrome is from Google. They'll take care for that. Okay.
Hmm.
Edge, if you're using Edge, update the latest version of Edge. Okay. And if you really want to disable it because you feel that, okay, no, I don't want to keep this auto
Hmm.
update disabled, I'll give you the step for that. I'll give you the step uh into the next session tomorrow. I'll explain it because it will take some time. So I'll
Acha,
explain how
okay.
to disable it and how to do that. So I'll explain it to you, not a problem.
Okay. And regarding that backup thing, you said to use the external drive, right?
Yes.
So I do have external drive, and you said that every month you have to update. So, like, how means I am very naive to this thing. How to save those data? Like again and again, you have to like it will be the
I
data
can
will be
understand.
replaced.
You into the
Yeah,
kind of like incremental things and they don't know like how to proceed
because there
further.
are so many things in the laptop. So how
Yes,
we get the backup of everything? So can you please just in short explain the thing?
absolutely. I'll explain it too. See, there are two types of backup. Like complete backup, you delete the existing data and then take the complete backup of your system, right? Whatever. And don't take everything as a backup, right? No, not everything is important, right? Wherever you feel
Hmm.
that okay, these files or this, a specific information which is really important for you, just take the backup of that only. And there are two types, as I told you: complete backup, like delete and then take the complete backup again. And second one is incremental backup, right? So there are some softwares which comes for the incremental backup, which I'll suggest you. And for that also, it may take some time because we are out of the time right now. So we'll explain it to you in the next session. Keep it
Okay.
noted. I'll definitely take this session autofill and how to take the incremental backup
Okay.
so that you
Okay.
can you don't have to worry about that. Okay, if this I've taken the data till
Hmm.
15th of March, then how to proceed for like after 15th and how to take.
Huh. And backup in simple terms is copy and paste, na? Like copy my things from my computer
Ideally,
and
yes,
pasting.
in the layman perspective, it is like that only. But backup itself is it's a separate itself as a branch
Okay,
itself.
because we don't know all these
I'll let you know. I'll let
little
you know.
things, na?
See,
So
everything
backup
we
is
talk.
yeah,
Yeah, go ahead.
properly backup kind of thing. Something comes in that key. This is where you have to go and do your backup. Some means I have no idea actually speaking.
No,
So
no
it's
worries.
not like copy pasting, na? It's something else.
It's not like copy pasting. Yes, not
Oh,
exactly like copy pasting. In our perspective, it could be like that. Okay, because if you use some specific softwares for taking the backup, it is not
hmm.
like a copy pasting.
Okay.
So I'll let you know.
So
I'll explain it to you.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
how to
sure,
take.
sure.
But from your perspective, if you want to take the complete backup, always you delete the data and then take the complete backup, so that you can have that. Okay.
Okay. Fine. Got it. Thank you
Yes.
so much.
No problem. You're welcome.